Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising. I've got your March 2025 reading coming up here in just a second. I smiled because, yes, I'm late. I'm so sorry. We'll do a review of March and then look at your final week. If you are brand new to my channel, my name's Cody. I'm your Conscious Soul Reader. Welcome. If you're already a YouTube subscriber, thank you so much. I appreciate your continued love and support. Welcome back. We're going to blaze through the week by week. I will get all the cards on the table first, and then we will conduct the reading. That part will be sped up so that we save time, and you'll notice I'll cut out a lot of the shuffling just to help tighten up the reading a lot. So don't worry about all that. The reading, the substance, the meat and taters is there. So if you need to book a personal private reading, everything's going to be in the link tree in that description box. This will take you to my website. Well, you'll notice I'm also booking mentorships as well as readings. Feel free to peruse at your leisure. If you have any questions, please reach out. If you notice at the bottom of that link tree, you'll see all of my other platforms where I'm going live and posting content. I'm on a regular schedule in all of those other platforms. So if you recognize those, give me a follow. Make sure you hit those notification bells. As a matter of fact, go ahead and press the like, notification bell, and subscription button here if you haven't already. We'll get started. We're going to get the cards on the table and then we'll do the reading week by week. At the end of the reading, I will do partnerships experiencing issues, and then we will look at singles open to dating. Okay. Yeah. All right, here we go. Taurus, speeding it up. Week by week. What does Taurus need to know? Week 1, week number 1, Queen of Cups. Week number 2, Queen of Wands. Interesting. Week number 3, the Hierophant. So that's your reading. Week number 4, Two of Pentacles. We have the Justice card, Sun card, 3 of Wands, 9 of Cups, 8 of Cups, Lovers. Oh boy. I'll have a big decision. Okay. What's Taurus need to know? What's Taurus need to know? Week number 1, that one. This is Virgo energy, Hermit. Okay. Week number 2, Strength card, Leo energy. Week number 3, Judgment card. Week number 4, oh, 9 of Swords. Interesting. 6 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups, High Priestess, Page of Swords, Queen of Cups. Again, full card, 3 of Cups, Page of Cups. All right, last that clarification. What does Taurus need to know for March? Week number 1, 10 of Swords. I don't know why. They were sliding, I picked them up, they said Page of Pentacles, 6 of Swords. Lots of healing. 2. Page of Cups. 3. Hermit. 4. No. Double card. 3 of Cups, 4 of Wands, Sun card, Lovers again, 10 of Cups, 4 of Swords. Okay. Alright. Okay. This is wild. There's something here about moving towards either a third party. Someone here is deciding between two divine feminine. I know, but you're in a weird place. This is right. Bumper, you're so distracting. Yeah, that's a good spot. Okay, bud. Okay, that's fine. I'm sorry. Okay. Gosh. We have on the board, we've got Virgo, Leo, Hermit, Virgo again, Capricorn. Justice is Libra. Strong Virgo out here. It could be dealing with any one of those. And Gemini because of the Lovers a couple of times. And the Lovers coming out here a couple of times with the 3 of Cups, juggling a couple of Queens. And it's only been the Queen of Cups, and then there's a Queen of Wands. So I believe the Queen of Wands is the infiltrator. There may be something here where you're moving into this month with this decision. Some of you could be dealing with either a partnership. This could be a partnership where 2 divine feminine are in council, holding meetings. I just think in council, there's like a lot of spiritual work being done here. Okay, so there could be a lot of, this is wild. This is so wild because my mentor is a Taurus. And I am a Cancer, and that's the Queen of Cups energy. And so interesting. And all of this, all of the lunar eclipse stuff, the solar eclipse towards the end of the month, the Venus retrograde, the Mars retrograde, this is all elevating you to these different levels, or they're pushing you to reevaluate situations that you're in currently. So there could be some work here that you're doing either with your higher self, where you are tuning in. This could be only you, and you sort of shift your focus around the time when Venus goes into retrograde and the full moon hits with that Queen of Wands and the Page of Cups and the Strength card. There's a certain sense of knowing that happens, and I do remember that happening. There was this like clarity and this sense of knowing that was happening. It was as if you were right on target, and you had been unclear in the past. And I'm seeing that because of the Ten of Swords, the Six of Swords, the Page of Pentacles, the Hermit card. The Hermit card has you going in to do some deep, deep introspective work because of some pretty devastating things that you've had to overcome. And this was you deciding and making plans to sit with yourself, sit with your higher self, and hunker down and just do the work. This has been a lot of people doing this. A lot of you have had no choice. You've had no choice but to sit alone and do the work. The Hermit is out here a few times. So before I go running off into the tarot world and make this a third party karmic situation, this very well could be just something very spiritual, very elevating. There's something here that happens after the solar eclipse that shifts your energy a little bit, and we'll look at that. The Three of Cups I'm seeing here, and then we've got it here immediately. And it doesn't always have to be. And then the Lovers doesn't always have to be some sort of romantic partnership. It can just be a major decision. And it could be a major decision of partnership. You could be partnering with somebody to dive in and do some inner healing work. Oh. So by the third week, you're deep in your spiritual essence. There's all kinds of downloads. There's all kinds of teachings. There's all kinds of receiving of lessons. There is introspection again as the Hermit returns. If this is a third-party situation and some of you are juggling or being juggled, this is careful consideration during the third week. You're isolating yourself. I have a feeling you cut both of them off so that you can make a decision. And by the third week, you're no nearer the decision. Some of you may have decided to muddle the waters a little bit with the Devil card and the Nine of Swords. I'm just thinking of muddling the waters because I see all this nudity in the waters. So there could have been, this crossing of a line that made it extra difficult to make this decision, because every time you add intimacy to a partnership, let's just be honest, it makes it a lot more complicated to have to decide what to do when it's not going, when it's not doing well. When intimacy is there, it's a lot harder to cut those ties sometimes. So for you, it does seem to be the way. I do know Taurus. Taurus are very loyal. They're very committed. And so if something has come up, or if somebody has crossed the line with you, then you are in a real bind having to figure out what to do. And it may be a lot on the line where you have to shift some things around, and it's just a lot of extra on your plate. This is adding to the stress of regular life. So this is just one more thing you're having to throw in on top of everything else you got going on. Okay. So that could be some of you. These collectives are so hard because you got to cover everybody, because if you don't, then you get yelled at because you people think everything's for you. Not you people, most people. It's funny to me how everyone thinks that every collective message is exactly for them. Sometimes they are, and I am honored to resonate. Trust and believe. Can you please go find something else to do? Bye. So if you are just doing this deep healing journey and you're doing this deep introspective work, there could be this shift around the solar eclipse where you're in your head big time about some decision you made, and you have decided to chain yourself to this. This is all you can think about. You may not be able to get things done. This may be consistently taking your mind away to where you can't really focus or get your work done. I feel like some of you are just obsessed, completely obsessed with this, and it's taking everything from you. You may have gotten some sort of a message during this third week. You may have gotten some sort of a message during this third week where you are feeling completely at odds with something you've already set into course. Okay, something you've already set into motion. Yeah, motion in the ocean. Something you've already set into motion. And I have a feeling it could have been around that full moon time, or when Mercury went into retrograde, or when Venus was kicking full steam here by the second week, because there's something here where you had this silly idea. Let's just see what happens, right? We got all the confidence in the world fueling some silly ideas, and you're feeling pretty sure of yourself here, pretty sure of yourself in the second week, and there could be something that you're having to go back over here by the third week. Okay. Again, if you need to book a personal reading, all that information is going to be in the link tree in the description box. That way we can get specific to you details. All right. So in the run out, we've got the Justice, the Sun, 3 of Wands, 9 of Cups, 3 of Cups, 4 of Wands, Sun card, the Lovers. I love when they repeat. 6 of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, 9 of Cups, High Priestess. I love when they repeat. We have 8 of Pentacles and the Lovers, more repeat. Queen of Cups, more repeat. 9 of Cups, more repeat. It's just fun. Okay. So balance of these ebbs and flows, right? There's moments of you getting some really high highs and taking this momentum and using it to power you through. There's so much good in the run out. The run out looks ridiculously yummy. Actually, there's nothing bad here. There's nothing bad here. There's just something here in the final week where you're in your head about some kind of a decision. You're freaking out about a past decision, or a decision you have to make, or a decision that you're put in a position to now have to make because of the events that have led up to this. The positivity of this is that you're able to make a very sound decision that looks like something that you feel very confident in. You feel very, very assured with this decision, and it's almost as if your guides brought you to this clarity with the Sun card out here a couple of times. This could have been a lot of message coming through. Could have been coming from all angles. You could have been getting this through your social apps, through people sending you uplifting message, through there being something that you heard somewhere. Somebody said something and it sparked this piece of inspiration in you to dive in, do that work, figure out what you need to do with that. Why did I pay attention to that? And you pick up on those little details. You pick up on those little details and you start to figure out how to have a piece of it here. Interesting. Okay. This is a beautiful run out, Taurus. Good. All right, we're going to clean this up and then we will get some advice. Okay, my guides told me to do something different, so I'm going to do something different. I'm going to run Oracle per week for your advice. Yeah, that'll be fun. Oracle per week for your advice. So this first week, we'll use the future higher self. What can I tell Taurus? Taurus need to know about that first week. Spend more time on your spiritual growth. And for the other half of you, don't worry so much about not finding love. It will find you. This is an alignment. We don't go seeking. You don't need to go seeking to have love. Because when you're going looking for love, for that external fulfillment of that internal joy, you're seeking lessons. I guarantee you're going to receive lessons. Have my microphone on. What else out here? Try not to resist the changes that come your way. Don't delay the inevitable, okay? Some of you may have been pushed into your spiritual growth. You may have been putting it off because, let's face it, it's painful. It's very painful. It's much easier to distract ourselves, to, you know, run away from our pain, run away from our sadness, to try to find somebody outside of us to blame. It's a lot easier to do that than it is to sit with it and process it and do that work and to feel your emotions and move through that to elevate yourself. But that's what this time is about. Here he goes again. We have don't take action where there's a feeling of resistance that's sitting out here. So some of you may feel like there's some pushback happening, and you may be figuring out or trying to find out how to force a situation. There is a reason why something is not giving way or why you are not being allowed to have access to something. This is because something is not prepared for you yet, or you need to do more work, or it needs to be more prepared for you, okay? Excuse me a second. Okay. He's not gonna not cry. He's been meowing all day, making me nuts. Okay. Let's see about this second week. What's this second week all about? You won't always feel alone. You're attracting your soul tribe, right? Your vibration is what attracts. Primary law is the law of vibration. Secondary law is the law of attraction. It's the result of what the vibration is set at. So if you're saying, I'm lonely, I'm sad, I'm empty, universe is going to match that energy. It's going to send it, and maybe not be an exact match, but it's going to be something similar, something that is also going to feel like it is seeking, or it doesn't have, or it requires effort to be fulfilled. Okay. You miss the beauty when you're stressed. Be gentle with yourself. Be messy sometimes. Let it all go. Don't stress. Don't stress. There's a lot of lessons here. There's a lot of lessons, and there's levity in the experience. You gotta laugh sometimes. You just gotta laugh sometimes at the predicaments that we're put in, or the adversities that we're being presented with, or the obstacles that we have to now overcome. You gotta laugh sometimes. Try not to be so caught up in the moment to where you're adding to the stress, right? So be gentle with yourself. You don't have to have everything perfect. You don't have to have an organized plan. You don't have to make sure that all your ducks are in a row before you go marching down the street. March, see what happens. Could be fun. And if it's fun, it'll be levity. And that'll be a good way to invite joy, which is a fantastic way to manifest. Let's look at the second week. What's in the second week? I almost want to pull like a wisdom, but let's see. Any wisdom for that second week? All that glitters, nice and flexible. All that glitters is gold. This is very interesting with the Queen of Wands, Page of Cups, Strength card, and the flexible card. So we'll look at 16 and then 19, and then we've got building blocks on the bottom. Sometimes we try to become something we're not to impress others. We embellish a story a bit, adding some dramatic elements to make us more appealing. The real person becomes hidden behind the sparkle and the shine. Then there are times when we don't see the true value of someone else because he or she may not have glitz and glamour that seems so desirable. Now is the time to look past the surface, beyond the mask, to the essence of a person Who that person is, not what he or she has or can give you, is important. See beyond the glitter and look for the inner glow. Use the eyes in your heart and let go of the artifice and let what is authentically shine. Interesting. Interesting. Also, we'll use the protection message. This is a signal to walk away from what you're contemplating. There is a thin veneer of glitter and sparkle that masks something rotten underneath. Pursuing it will only bring about a difficult situation, so you'll be sorry you got yourself into. Stay away. Isn't it wonderful how spirit protects you? Better things await. Ooh. And then I was talking about the possibility of that being some silly idea that you felt confident in doing that maybe you shouldn't have. Okay, we'll look at flexible, number 19. In every relationship, it's important to be open to new experiences and learn new things. Letting go of rigidity is what is required right now. You don't always have to be right all the time, do you? It's okay to come to a happy compromise so you can still get your needs met. It's a beautiful day when you meet halfway. The appearance of this card is in a reading is a signal that you have met someone new who may not be your type, but who will turn out to be so special that you can easily release your old ideas about what sort of partner is right for you. Be flexible. You'll be happy you made that choice. Interesting. Some of you may feel like somebody just has potential. They may not be your type. With the Queen of Wands, the Strength card, this is you needing to be very brave and to, maybe even talk yourself into looking for the attraction in this person. Could be a possibility. Now, others of you, for the protection message of flexible, when you or someone else becomes too rigid, you lose access to growth and untapped potential and find yourself in an us versus them scenario. Loosen up. Open your mind and your heart and see if a more flexible approach feels better. Rigidity will set you up for a fight where there can only be losers and no winners. Could you find a way to bring about a result that is mutually beneficial? Meet in the middle. Spirit makes a great mediator. Very true. Okay, interesting. That's interesting for the second week. For the third week, exchanging gifts, number 27. Love is an exchange of a life force energy between two beings. It grows exponentially when it is reciprocated. You must give and receive in order for love to flourish and abundance to flow between you. Spirit wants you to start accepting all blessings awaiting for you, as well as offer the same gift in return. Open your heart and allow it to be filled. Let love in and let love flow out of you too. Love is truly yours today. That is that reciprocity. This is that give and take, that giving and receiving. So this could be you really receiving what your higher power is trying to give you in these downloads and these messages in this time of your gifted seclusion to really work on yourself and to move through this awakening journey. Others of you are really considering what it is that you are offering, and I have a lot of you really awakening to the beauty of what is being given back in return with this card. Now, the protection message is asking you to be careful what you pray for, because you just might get it. And then you realize you don't want it, and you have to face the hefty price tag that comes with it. You may find yourself in a situation you've always desired, but you'll have to walk away from, or even fail at it because you can't or won't pay the dues it asks of you. If you want to be a famous musician, you have to practice your craft every day. If you want to be a millionaire, you have to be responsible for managing the money and paying the taxes. Even windfall bears a cost. It's okay though, because Spirit will help you achieve balance over time. Another message here reminds you that being the only giver and not the receiver plays out in many relationships in your life where you find yourself in victim mode, in a codependent dynamic, or holding on to a false sense of control. Others may push you to continue to improve yourself. This time has come to distance yourself from this kind of imbalance. Interesting. Being aware of the need to both give and take is the first step in your true identity. It's all good and getting better. Not only can you handle this, but you can flourish as a result of it. Nice. So this is about discovering that healthy balance. Some of you may have pulled back because of there being this awakening to the wealth of knowledge that you have to provide. So you're having to be very careful and budget your time and budget your gifts, budget your expenditures here on this week. Easy for a Taurus. Okay. Nice. I like the wisdom going. Okay. So let's look at the final week here. What's this final week? TikTok. Oh my gosh. Look at how similar these look. Does that not look so similar? I love my guides. Number 30. So if this is a relationship reading for you, love, the fulfillment of desire, and even the body's reproductive cycles have their own timetables. Some things are preordained and cannot be coerced. Everything has its season, its divine and appropriate timing, especially when it comes to matters of the heart. Remember that you always have enough time for love, to find it, to nurture it, so give and receive it. This clock is eternal and ticks according to the beating of your heart, in perfect rhythm. Isn't that wonderful to know? Love is always right on time. So this is about divine timing. I feel like some of you have been put into a position to where you're having to decide something. Time may be of the essence here. Some of you may have to make a pretty critical decision very quickly, and you're under the pressure here. You're under pressure. So everything has its season. It's in divine and appropriate timing, especially when it comes to matters of the heart. So you always have enough time for love. So just try to operate from a very gentle, compassionate energy. This does not serve you when you are trying to figure this out, okay? Stress does not help you at all. We'll move into the protection message. Have you ever had the feeling as if the clock is ticking and it's gotten a little nervous that your dreams are taking too long to manifest? There's nothing to fear. You'll never run out of time for the important things. The miracles that are yours and yours alone can't be missed. Isn't that amazing? You're in such capable hands with guides and angels hovering in the visible spaces, ensuring that your journey be filled with all sorts of goodies. Let your anxiety be gently dispelled by your faith. Spirit will never deny you your highest good. All is yours in divine, appropriate timing. You can relax. Don't feel the pressure of a decision needing to be made. Do not chain yourself to this idea and further negate your ability to figure this out by overstressing or adding to it, by overthinking or adding negative thought. Whenever you're operating from an energy of fear, you're inviting in more of fear. Universe has no choice but to hand you evidence of everything you think and feel. If you think, I am running out of time, I don't have enough time to figure this out, I'm really worried, this is a very stressful decision I need to make, universe says, you're absolutely right, here's more evidence to support that. And they will keep on feeding what you think and feel. So center yourself, calm yourself, focus on that energy of divine timing, surrender to divine timing. Okay. Beautiful. I hope that resonated and helped. Thank you all so much. We're going to move on to the relationships portions of the reading. If you don't need any of that, I am so grateful for y'all tuning in. I hope y'all have a great rest of your month, and I will see y'all very soon for April. If you need to book a personal reading, everything's going to be in the link tree in the description box of this video. Don't forget to follow me on my other platforms. Make sure you hit that like button, the subscribe button, and notification bell. Okay, so if you are in a partnership experiencing issues, we're going to take a look and see what's going on with you all. What's going on with my Taurus? Sun, Moon, Rising. We'll add Venus. Okay, if you are in a connection experiencing issues with your person, let's go ahead and take a look. What does Taurus need to know for March? If you're a cross watcher, switch that energy as needed. Okay. There we go. Okay, what does Taurus need to know? Ace of Swords. The truth. The whole truth. Okay, give me that U position for Taurus. The truth. Ooh, you have been lied to? What's that recent past? Four of Wands. What's that? Seven of Cups. Okay. What's that near future? I saw one. Nine of Cups. Knight of Cups, Death card, Hermit. We have Libra, Scorpio, Virgo. Okay. I feel like somebody has confused you greatly, and you're taking a moment to have conversations to acquire a lot of data so that you can analyze what you need to do based on your decision. I feel like in the near future you are very satisfied with what you choose to do. I'm seeing a lot of independence here. So some of you may decide to pull back a little bit. There's a big change that happens because of a realized truth, because of some information. There's a major change. Major change. Things move differently. The Knight of Cups is you following your heart. You may have felt led intuitively to question something, to question the foundation, to question the security of your connection, your partnership, your marriage. If you have a marriage-like connection, you may have felt like there was something going on. Eight of Wands, Seven of Cups. These are very off in the land of stable, in the land of stability. This is something that caught your eye. It may have come out of nowhere. This is somebody making, you know, a rapid, quick decision that seems very, very out of character, very different. And so it set off your spidey senses. You were like, what's that all about? What are you doing? What do you mean? And they may have been very secretive, very, you know, aloof, very confusing. Maybe they gave you something that didn't add up. They told you something off, and then you went investigative mode. I'm seeing that with the Justice and the Ace of Swords. You went investigator mode. You went full-fledged. I'm going to hunt this down. Some of you may not have found any evidence, and so you changed how you deal with this person because of the confusion. So some of you may have decided to pull back. You may have decided to pull your energy back because of there's this feeling of something being off. And so until you have the security that you need, right, until you're certain, your guard's up. Your guard's up, and you're maybe keeping your conversations and your connection with this person real quick and brief. I feel like maybe this is a real quick, you know, hey, what's up? Nothing. Okay, I gotta go. Oh, I'm busy. I got things to do. Right, so you're brushing this person off so that you can stay focused on digging up some dirt. I want to clarify because I'm nosy. Seven of Cups, Empress, King of Wands. So you're questioning somebody's what they're telling you. Yeah, you're questioning what somebody's telling you. It just doesn't make sense to you. Something just doesn't make sense. I'm kind of feeling that because when I'm looking at these three together, this is a very odd pairing right here. These three couldn't be more different. These two have more in common than, I don't know. Anyway, something's off. Something feels very different, and you're starting to feel it here. Yeah, Three of Wands. There we go. And it has to do with your partnership. There we go. 7 of Cups, 2 of Cups. You're like, something's off. I know my person. I know them inside and out. Like the back of my hand. Okay. Yep. Okay. So, let's clarify, please. Let's clarify the middle row. The whole row. 5 of Wands. Something's changed. Something stinks in suburbia. Yep. You can't quite put your finger on it, but your mind is unrest. Completely unrest. Tell me about this. 4 of Swords. So you may not have found something. You may not have found anything yet. King of Cups. You're playing it cool. Yeah, you're playing it real cool while you work behind the scenes. 6 of Swords, Ace of Wands. Ooh, investigator you. 7 of Swords. You're looking high and low. There's that 8 of Wands with the Hierophant. You are investigating. Okay. Let's get an outcome. Yeah, you just can't put your finger on it. And I know the feeling if you know your person and something has shifted, you're just like paying extra close attention. And then you start getting all these feelings, right? And then you didn't see it for nothing. Synchronicity is real. Let's get some advice. What can I tell Taurus? Strength card. Try to just, when that King of Cups was back there, that is your mental and your emotional balance in this very troubling time. Okay, so that is a perfect mentality for you. Even though you're not happy, even though you're not like at that authentic, smooth, even killed type of flow with you, like you're noticing something, so we pull our energy back. This is you putting on a brave front, though. I feel like you are giving a very good show so that nobody really has a chance to cover their tracks or to change anything or to try to come up with a story or to throw you off course. Oy. There's the, yeah, King of Cups, Temperance card. These two right here, mental, spiritual, and emotional balance, the trifecta. Your angels are on your side. They want you to know this. There's a reason why you were given this information. There's a reason why you came into contact with this new piece of information that allowed for the seed to be planted that you cannot shake. You can't shake it. 10 of Wands. It's weighing on you. 5 of Pentacles, 6 of Cups. So you're, yep, investigator. There it is. Something's off. You're looking through the past. I feel like a lot of you are combing through everything here. You may have offered, you may have not offered, you may have asked for help. Some of you may have hired a private investigator to come in and look, and you are trying to be as cool as a cucumber while you wait. Whilst you wait, trying to be as cool as a cucumber. Okay. Very interesting. Remain balanced and just know that your spirit team, guides, guardians, angels, source, God, what have you, is waiting by. They are standing by. They want to give you message. Keep your eyes open. Keep your ears open. Keep your channel clear. Be very centered, very grounded so that you can be attuned to this, okay? So that you can find the answers you're looking for. Also, if you need to book a personal reading, everything's going to be in the link tree in the description box of this video. All right. Connections, experiencing issues, Tauruses. We're going to go ahead and close your reading here. Thank you all so much for tuning in, playing along. Hope this helped. Hope it resonated. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe button, notification bell. If you go to the bottom of that link tree, it shows you all the other platforms where I go live and post content. So don't forget to follow me if you recognize them so that you can catch me. All the health, wealth, and abundance you can stand, my loves. I'll see y'all soon. Bye. All right, singles. Singles open to dating. What are you doing here? Californians. Okay. Let's look. What does single Taurus, open to dating? Huzzah, you are on the fence. You're like, you know what? I'm open, but I'm not stupid. This is you maybe deciding to go Dutch. Interestingly enough, you're going to do your whole dating season Dutch. You're going to go nice and low key. I have a feeling a lot of you are going to go low key for a while until you feel solid enough. Until you feel solid enough, you're going to go Dutch and do it, you know, easy dates, like a walk or, you know, simple coffee. That's it. Coffee, and then, you know, catch a brunch or something light and easy. Day dates. Okay, day dates while you evolve. Okay, tell me about the recent past, singles. Do not oversaturate yourself. 7 of Cups says that you probably were loading the bench. You had a full roster. It's quality, not quantity. Okay, this never works. You're oversaturating and you're diluting your intention whenever there's too many options, too many choices. Okay, tell me about the immediate future. You are on a budget. Okay, some of you may like that idea of continuing to date in this way, to go Dutch, to not go too big. I don't see you all landing on anything worth substance here. I see a lot of you still holding back, probably still holding back in the immediate future. Got the Ace of Wands, 2 of Wands, 9 of Cups. Very, very guarded and independent. This is emotionally independent and closed off, so no big deal. You're weighing the options here though too. So the 2 of Wands says that you're not in anything. Just because you're speaking with someone does not give them authority over you, or doesn't give them the right to have access to you over all else, right? So you're keeping your options open. I feel like maybe in the past you were just like, is it you? 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 And you were spreading yourself thin, trying to intently focus on way too many. Some of you may have been doing it all wrong, focusing on physical attraction and superficialities may have been confusing you a little bit. Maybe your taste was a little bit off. Maybe you have reevaluated. Some of you have reevaluated what you're wanting in a partnership because of what you've dealt with in the past. We've got the Knight of Pentacles, the Sun card, Page of Pentacles, the Moon, and the Temperance. So you've done your work. You've definitely done your healing work. I feel like many of you are no dummy. You're not going to rush into anything at all. And if the vibe ain't right, you ain't going to sit tight. You're going to be up in flight. I know that's right. Oh, anyway, I already used the word right. Okay. All right. Let's get some advice. I don't think you need advice. I think you got a good handle on it. Let's do an outcome. Outcome. Oh my God. Page of Wands. Let's do an outcome. Yeah, we'll do the modern witch. All right, outcome. I have the Queen of Swords and the Moon on the bottom. 5 of Cups, 7 of Pentacles. It's probably pretty slim pickings out there. 7 of Wands, 5 of Cups, 7 of Pentacles, 7 of Wands. Don't let this discourage you. You have a good plan. This is a good way to manifest and align organically and naturally. Not force it. Don't change yourself. Don't see where something goes. Don't build on potential, right? We have to really allow for this time to bloom. Holding yourself back and being disappointed in what you're being offered is perfectly okay. It doesn't mean that you have to try to find some way to make it work. If it don't work, it don't work. There's so many people in the world, so many people. You have to be at peace with this and keep your vibration really set. You have the power here. You're the one in control. You're the one writing the rules. Take your time if you need to. Introspection and consideration whenever partnering and forming union and going into bond with somebody is completely and totally valid. Highly recommended, as a matter of fact. Highly recommended. Page of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, Sun card, yeah. Just because someone's knocking on your door doesn't mean you gotta let them in. That don't mean a hill of beans. You need to take all the time in the world to shine all the light on every single hidden part of what they've got going on to make sure your offer is being placed in the right place. Okay. Real quick, we'll get some oracle. See if I can't get any details about this character. Let's get some good character details. Taurus. Definitely not doing this deck. This deck is a little mean. Or honest, whatever. Dang, this reading is long. Okay, here we go. Looking at the Taurus. This person could be younger than you. They got blue eyes, younger than you. They struggle financially. They're either living paycheck to paycheck, or they just got a job, or they're majorly in debt, or they need to find a job. They're very hippie-like. They need to find a job. They volunteer a lot. They're very earth conscious, so that's cute. We've got Pisces placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. They're a little bit more quieter, less talkative. They don't really just talk to hear themselves talk. This person is more conservative with their speech. They are open, available, and ready to date. I've got a Genja, red hair coming out here. Very conservative, traditional. This is unlike anything you've ever known. Brand new, all the way around. So even though they're younger than you, it's around your age, so it's not too far off. Don't worry about that. You've seen them around a while. Maybe you finally get to speak to this person. This could be somebody that you've known for a minute. Other details. Friends or family, or friends of family may introduce you. They have very dark eyes, the darkest brown eyes that they have. They're very flirty, very friendly, even though they don't talk very much. They have a certain little charm to them, okay? Very charming. Uh-oh. They like the night light. Maybe they're a night owl. Some people just aren't morning people. They operate better at nighttime. Maybe they were born at night, so they, you know, do better then. I got them all. I got them all. Okay, very good. And my hair. So they're very close with their friends, family. Could have very long hair. You might meet them at a party. Doesn't have to be like a rager. It could be like a dinner party or something. Oh, not spiritual, not religious. Okay. That's interesting. I was like, why? Who hurt you? Just kidding. All right, I hope that helps. I hope it resonated. If you need to book a personal reading with me, please check the description box of this video. There you'll see the link tree that'll take you to my website where you can book a mentorship or personal private readings. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. If you go all the way to the bottom of that link tree, it'll show you all the other platforms where I'm going live, posting content all the time. Feel free to help yourself. Go ahead and hit a follow if you recognize any of those, because I'm going live on a regular schedule and posting content all the time. Different content, different platforms, all the time. So make sure you're following me. Until next time, Taurus, I hope that helped and hope it resonated. I'm wishing you all the health, wealth, and abundance you can stand. I'll see y'all soon for April. Bye.